Hey, what's up everybody? It's GleeCon, and I'm here again with you, celebrating our first full week of the new content model, where we really focus on everything in retail, this time starting patch by patch. This is the first available patch historically from 20 years ago, all of the things that were basically available in vanilla. We've done all of the tier 1 and tier 2 zones. We've covered them all. They might not all have had quests still, but we're going to now kick off the third tier. The first is Stone Talon Mountains, and if you look at our spreadsheet here, this is Wowheads. There's 539 quests according to Wowhead. That's about as good as we can get. There are no Stone Talon quests. Okay, cool. This is for tier 3. Redridge Mountains. There are no official quests for Redridge Mountains either. So if you look here, you have, scanning through, there's none. So what we are going to do is go back really quick before we start our episode, and we're going to take Gleevenger, who's our Alliance Blacksmith, take him into Redridge to do the quests, the only other Alliance Blacksmithing quest. So stay a while and listen as we kick off that zone today. That'll be Redridge. After that, there's Duskwood. There are no Duskwood quests. There's Ashenvale. There are only Horde Ashenvale quests, so that's going to be a real focus today. There's actually a sizable amount still left. Wetlands at Hillsbrad are the final two of the zone, with the transition one being in the form of the Barrens, which will start when we come back to this in a couple days. So today we'll do this. We'll do Ashenvale, and Ashenvale is going to be our 8th hero, so our final of the races that we need, but not our final of the class. So far we have 3 belts, and we're going to need the maul as well, the heavy copper maul. So what do we need to get all of that? It always defaults back to Cataclysm once you learn that. So we need, these are runed copper belts, which is just 10 copper. And then for the maul itself, we will actually need to purchase some leather. We're going to need to purchase 8 leather, however much that's going to cost. 2 weak flux each, so 8 weak flux. And we're going to need a total of 48. So we need 58 total copper, as well as some other stuff from the auction house. So it's going to be a little bit of a grind, but what we're going to do is fly over to Redridge Mountains, not that far away. And on the way, we're going to explore. We're going to get copper. We're going to get, any copper we see. And we will fight for it willingly. Because we need to be able to afford this as well. There'll be some money that comes out of this, or some monetary needs that come out of it. For our troll character, we're going to make a troll priest. Then that will leave the only character class we don't have as a warrior, and we do not have, of the essential classes you need for questing, we will not have a what's the word I'm thinking of? Talking's hard. A blacksmith. So we are going to make an additional orc warrior blacksmith. Okay, so we are going to have some issues as we go further along, because ultimately we are most likely going to have some quests we need to do in Cataclysm for some of the retail jobs. Alright, we're going to fight our way into this. Okay, so here we go. What we can do here is get ourselves a nice little pack of wolves. And he's pretty strong. The paladin does feel nice and strong. Just lasts much longer. Did that person just come and... Oh, but it stays there. So that's new now. If someone... Excuse me, there's no sniping of ore. Alright, so we're up to 5 total ore. And we need 58 minimum. And we're gonna need, yeah, like I said, I don't know how much that light leather is gonna cost. I'm scared. But we know it's gonna cost at least about 8 silver in fluxes. So we're just going to go about our business. I'm totally fine killing some of these guys. Just killing gnolls. Okay, I can't wait until we can get, like, the Avenger style. Pull as many as we can over. Let's see what we can handle. Okay, I had to use my, Oh, that hits everybody. That's good. I had to use my lay on hands. Luckily, that's only a 10-minute cooldown now. Alright, so we did get over a silver, and boom. So we basically got 3 silver just from killing that collection. Not to mention, we got a little bit of linen, and some wool. So that's nice. As we continue to just fight our way out.
I don't have a target.
Now that I don't care about. It's really humanoids we want to kill. Redridge Fox. I want to kill humanoids because they have the opportunity. What's that? Gnoll Feaster? So he's like some kind of elite. What happened to the ore that was available up here? What the heck? Gnoll Feaster, so he is some kind of elite. I don't want to fight him yet because, yeah, if you look at him, where is everybody? And why are they... Why is this zone... Okay. Am I not the only one hunting for ore? What's going on here? Because I no longer see Gnoll Feaster. Who can even say? Alright. Now, there is a... We'll have a better way of... fighting. Oops. Ow. Whoops. Alright, I just got something. It is a one-handed mace called Gnoll Punisher. It is +3 strength, so I lose 2 stam, but that's about a wash because strength is equally important as a tank. And the DPS is better. So that's cool. So I just gained the Gnoll Punisher. Not to mention, I should be able to sell that. Not too shabby. The ore, we're up to 11. So still in need of ore. We now have 7 money. So that's actually, now we're closer to 9. Alright, so the money part is going okay. And the problem is, I don't know how much it's going to cost us for light leather. So what we also need to do is look for chests. Because you can oftentimes find... you can find leather in chests. Oh no, it disappeared. Dang it. Bummer. I don't know exactly how this zone operates now that I don't remember. I know there's like a little war. What the heck is that? Oh, they're all fighting me. Oh, there's one up there. I don't know if he's like... Oh, I missed it. What the heck are these? Redridge Fox Kits? Why are they so strong? Okay. I wonder if I stumbled upon... I think that's actually like for a different quest. If I stumbled upon like a fox den. Why are these little birds? That's silver. That actually could be useful maybe later. Alright, let's look at some of the gear we just got. The gloves are not mail, so we can't go there. But this back is +4 versatility, trading +1 strength. I will take it. See what it looks like too. We're going to go from this white cloak, this blue cloak. I have a hard time believing I don't have some of these transmogs. I wonder if these are like on this character you have unlocked. But then it says added to your appearance collection. Yeah, look at these guys. They're just walking around living their best life. I gotta get used to my rotation. That's another part of it. My rotation is off. There's Murloc swimming. Okay, Shadow Gem. Shadow Gem is something we could sell as needed too. Sells for maybe a silver or so. Well, there's another light path right here. This camp. Okay.
You need something?
We already had this one, so in my past life I must have already messed around about here. There's another silver over there. Look, there is a boulder, a rare giant called Boulder Heart. Okay, this is Stonewatch, which is some kind of graveyard. This used to be part of the old elites that you would fight. Now it is called Stonewatch, and it seems to be less hostile. Oh, there are elites here. Okay, so we are in elite territory. Look at that, a Blackrock Drake Rider. Okay. Let's be safe. There's 10. Cool. Can I fight elites? Let's find out. Okay. If instead of defense, if I go for the healing, now I'll go to defense. Okay, I was able to pretty strongly beat 2 elites. Let's see if I also fight this dragon. Yeah, the cooldown on that's good. Does an arcane burst? Okay, I can heal him as a sort of an interrupt. It's cool. So we can fight these elites. Oh, the judgment generates a holy power. Cool. Nice. There's more ore right there. Hello. I'm gonna take the tin as I see it, but we don't need that right now. Okay, so my bags are getting close to being full. I've met 24 of the 58 we need. So roughly. Okay, so now I'm at 27. Just got out of there. He just ran in for me. Okay, this is Stonewatch Falls. This used to be where the gnolls were. Okay, seems to be pretty gnolly still. Alright, so we are now halfway through the copper grind. What's our character? Level 11. Which I think we hit level 11 when we were... And we're about to hit level 12. Here's Keishan's post. Alright, so now we are at 31 ore. 4 stacks. Better now.
Inventory is full.
Okay, what are we gonna toss? We're gonna go back and sell. I guess I'll toss a sticky ichor. And that gives me... Ooh, this is an actual... I'm trying to look and see. That's equipped. That's the... Got it. Alright, but it doesn't strip away. So somebody's out there either for auction house purposes gathering this, or they're just decided... There you go. I just hit level 12. We gained our next... Oh, I never gave myself my first talent point. Or I had one. I forgot to give it out. Well, obviously for protection, I had to give myself Avenger's Shield, and I really wish I had that. Protection, Paladin talents. I obviously should have given myself out that. I think we did. I was trying to remember like what I wanted to be between Lightsmith and I think Lightsmith was the winner. All right, so we ended up picking up that the first time. Now we have Avenger's Shield, which I love. That's the one where we throw it and it deals 80 damage. It interrupts and then bounces off. That's a great one. Okay, also, we can now pick up in the first row Cleanse Toxins. That's great. Now I can get myself rid of poisons and diseases. That is a great one. So I'll add this one down here. Avenger's Shield is going to be arranged. So yeah, I guess we can... That's arranged also. So gotta kind of... Alright. Alright, so we're gonna move over here. So now, yeah, it gives you a different way to pull. So I pull over here. Let's throw my shield. Okay, now we're gonna drop my thing. Got them all. Cool. That's just for tin, though. Oh, I forgot I gotta go back in. Darn it. Alright, I gotta ignore everything. We gotta make a quick flight back to Redridge now. I gotta go sell off what we've been collecting. Which is good, because we are now at 21, copper. We're at 21 silver, which is more than enough. Mining is just a whole different beast now. It's so much easier. And now that you can't steal from each other, that you basically get your own instanced ore nodes, gosh, it's really just you're paying with your time. And it's less time because you're not fighting other people for it. I do not dislike that at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and sell this leather. Cool. Our old cloak, this leather belt. I can sell the water now. Oh, they don't want the water? Okay, so I'm going to scratch the water and keep the milk. Yeah, I don't want those. It's my old club. Great.
See you later.
Okay, so back we go now out into the world. It is... We're at 41 of the 58 copper ore. This time I'll take the northern path. Through these little mountains. Redridge canyons. That leads up into Blackrock area too. Based on the old version of the game. There we go. All these sleeping elites. Love it. Okay, so that brings us to 45. We need at least 13 more. We're up to 27 silver now, also. Gaining XP as we zoom around as a level 12. Yeah, now, if you go up there, that's where I think the... Oh, I don't know, actually. This seems to be a new path. Yeah, to the Swamp of Sorrows. Okay. Couple bits of ore. I'll go fight that. That is the old statue that used to be part of some of the quests, I think. Hello, mate. Love it. So this cleansing is nice because now we can get rid of, like they said, poisons and stuff. Here, you come here. You come here too. Alright. Ooh, that was close. Okay. I did not have to use the goods, but that was definitely close. Okay, got 3 copper ore out of that. You know, just experimenting and playing with this character. I gotta get better. I don't love my rotation that I have set up here. Yeah, so that's cool that he can lead that. But I'll get there. I'll figure out the way I want to play my character class. Oh, I have rabies now, so now I can cleanse myself of the rabies. There you go. Okay, so here is a pack of these guys. So I actually will throw this down. Get myself a heal off. Cool. Not too shabby. Alright, what's that put us at? 55. We technically only need 3 more ore. But then we have to go back to Stormwind because I don't know how much the light leather is going to cost. Or silver. Right, just after 3 more ore. We could look up and see, are there chests that spawn? I'm trying to remember, like, where did some old school chests spawn? How does that work? What's that? That's more silver. There's a lot of silver around here. Okay, that's copper. Good. We still need one more. Also, our mining is up to 80, so can't complain about that. Alright, so this is enough copper right here. So what we need is 8. We're gonna Hearthstone back. We need 8 light leather. Now, because instant mail is a thing, we're gonna check the auction house, and if light leather is some kind of ridiculous amount of money, like more than what we have, significantly more, or even close, what we're gonna do is pop over to our... Actually, that might be smarter, since mail is instant now between accounts, right? Let's log out, and now we're gonna log into... Hey, this is one of the main reasons why we make something with everybody, right? So now we're gonna switch over to Gleesingwary. We need 8 light leather. So she's gonna be a skinner for us, I believe. Well, she is. I just don't remember if I've taught her these things yet. So let's go ahead and really get this job going. So, yep, she has skinning. Does she have a knife for skinning? No. She learned it. Do I have? She doesn't. Okay. So we need to find a trainer that can get me a knife.
What can I do for you?
Not general supplies. We need a trades good trainer. And then we're just gonna hop out into the... There we go.
What's on your mind?
Okay, a skinning knife. And we're just gonna walk out into the world and... Oh, she does have one. Ya ding dong. Can you buy that back?
What's your back?
I don't know if that was a full buyback or not. Alright, so we have no leather right now. We need 8 light leather. So she's going to go out into the world. This will get her a little bit of XP and stuff too. We haven't really spent a lot of time. She's actually maybe the least amount of time character that we have. Alright, so maybe I gotta send my boar out first. Alright, we got scraps. That's not what we want. Alright, so we send the boar out. I gotta get used to being a hunter. Second scrap.
Have a target.
He does not have a lot of moves. Okay, so that's the equivalent of 1 light leather. There's an old thresher. We just need to fight animals that provide leather. Boars, bears, not the spiders. Okay, we got an actual light leather, so that's the equivalent of 2. And then we're going to go back and send this to Gleevenger. I'm pretty sure your Horde and Alliance characters can mail to each other now. I think that's one of the last changes they made before I stopped playing retail. Cool. Okay, we're up to 3 light leather. Her skinning is rocking and rolling. I think you can get leather from the crocolists down there. Oh, do I want a bear instead of boar? Maybe I do. Because you're supposed to... This is a cunning. We want a ferocity one. So... What does it say? He's a tenacity. That's what we want. Yeah. Maybe we want that thing. So let's try to... Let's try to dismiss this pet. There's a way to dismiss him. There you go. Bye-bye. And then let's tame this bad guy. This bear. Oh, I have too many pets? Okay, so my boar is going to have to... I'm going to have to abandon the boar. I don't really want... You're gone. I'll never be able to summon it again. You can't release your last pet? What? Can I... But it says I have too many pets already. Oh, man. But I can't tame this guy. Alright, so I guess we're locked in to the boar for now. Bummer. Alright, so what are we getting here? That's good. That's 4. We're up to 5 light leather. That's lame. I would have been a little more selective in my pet, but that's okay. There is the speed buff that comes along with having this style pet. Okay, that was a third of a leather. Yeah, we get a 8% passive speed buff. So, I guess you can't toggle your pets until you are higher level. There you go. There's... another leather. We're at 6 1/3 of one. So 7 1/3. We're very close. We just need... Yeah, there's no point to even send him out there. Alright, so we have enough light leather now. So now we head back to town. Yeah, screw the auction house. We're gonna be our own man and women. Look at that. Snowy Griffin. That one is a cool one. Alright, so here we are. Out. Going back to Thelsamar. We're gonna send this. I believe you get instant mail between your characters. If you don't, that sucks. You know, that Stolen Explorers League document, that should be... That's part of the world here. Like, that is tied to one of the old quests, so I wonder what changed. Probably couldn't do it anyway, since there's quest lines that are attached to everything. Alright, so that little excursion got her more or less, like, halfway through to level 6, so that's cool. And it allowed us to be our own business people. Is there a mailbox anywhere in front of the inn? There we go. Okay, so in front of the inn, we are now going to send mail to Gleevenger. And what are we sending Gleevenger? Oh, I forgot to make the stack of light leather. Sure, we're going to send this stack of 8. Okay, so now, I believe Instamail is a thing between your characters on your account. Hopefully it happens this low level. I'm not sure. I don't remember if there's like a level. Yeah, see, it says he has mail. So, you've got mail. Earlier on time, I didn't clock my time starting thing. Okay. So, at least level 30. Alright, now this will allow us to go to the district. There we go. Thanks. Now we're going to zoom over to the Dwarven district. And we will do some smelting. Okay, first things first. Let's open up our mining journal. And we are going to smelt all of the copper that we have. We'll smelt the tin, but we are not going to smelt the bronze yet. We got business to do. So that's going to take us a minute to smelt all of that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a troll. As soon as we do this, we're going to go turn this into Redridge. And we'll be done with the Alliance blacksmithing quest, and we'll be done with Redridge. We're going to create a troll and march that troll. I think we've only made one troll on this show. It was a female. I have made a couple male trolls in my life, but that's not what we've done on this show. So that means I'll probably make a male. It's going to be a priest. I have Shadow and Discipline priests. The only type of priest I have not made, I don't think ever in my life, is a holy priest. So while I wouldn't, my instinct is not to go holy priest with our troll guy. It's that's what we're gonna do. I had an idea for a name. And now I'm drawing a blank on it. I was worried about it being a little too long. Alright, well, first things first, we can make our last belt. Let's just get that out of the way. Oh, by the way... Oh, that's taking me back to Classic. Cataclysm. Let's make all these rough grinding stones, actually, while we can. Why not? Because that can have a chance of leveling us up a pinch. Looks like we're fine on money. So I'm actually not worried about that. We'll buy our flux first, and then we'll worry about training. Oh, look at this. Anvil Mastery. Cool. What does that do? Craft 100 times with the blacksmithing profession. Cool. And my main was not a blacksmith. He was a leather worker. So this is a nice achievement for me. That actually, I believe, adds... That was not added until Dragonflight or something like that. So I don't have that profession. I mean, I never had that achievement. So cool. Just tap that on there. And we will then also make... Yeah, I'm not going to turn these coarse stones into anything, especially now they're not even worth anything. These are still green, these grinding stones, so they're still getting me a little something. As I'm now technically a journeyman in the old way of leveling stuff up. All right, we need a runed copper belt. Just gonna make one. Perfect. Now for the heavy copper mauls, we need to buy 8 weak flux. Blacksmithing supplies.
What's on your mind?
Also repair. Great. We need 8 weak flux. So that's just over 7 silver. And now we can make our 4 heavy copper mauls. Which will also get us to 84. Perfect. Now, we don't have to progress anything with blacksmithing with this character anymore. We will organically do it as needed. Let's talk to the blacksmithing trader. So we can now get a thick war axe and a coarse grinding stone. Love it.
Safe travels.
And now we're gonna create our coarse grinding stones because that's just free points if it works. Good. Love it. And eventually we're going to run out of stuff we can do for black. Look, and now the rough grinding stones are kind of sort of useless. What can we make with what we have? Now let's go ahead and start working on stuff that's tin. That's bronze. Do we have bronze recipes, actually? Before we start going that route. Alright, so... Those are only 8. That's not too shabby. Of course, that's 10 and it's still good. That's 8 and still fine. This thick war axe requires a bunch of stuff. We don't even know how to smelt silver yet. What's our mining? I'll look at that in a minute. Alright, so as of right now, we don't need bronze. We are at 80. We could go check out the mining trainer. Clean that up in a minute. I just don't remember where he's at. It might be where we just were. Let's go talk to this guard. And then fly to Redridge, and then we're going to switch our mentality. Oh, he's right in this building in Stonehand mining, I guess. Open your eyeballs. Open the eyeballs, buddy.
You got my attention.
Alright, we can smelt silver. Good. Okay,
Well,
so yeah, let's go smelt the silver that we have right now too. Why not? And then fly on out. We do not want to smelt the bronze yet, but we can smelt 10 silver. So that's cool. What even is this world? Alright, so smelt our 10 silver. Playing the game old school style. But sitting on that bronze. I mean, to be fair, smelting bronze is not the worst idea. But we are going to need... Because we need... we need more copper to make more bronze, and those coarse grinding stones truly might be all that we need. So, we'll see. Probably copper is still a lot more common than tin. That's in a mine, I'm not going in there. Go. Whoa. Hey, buddy. That's rude. Give me that copper. The constantly scaling mobs. Both good and bad, you know? It means they're always going to be worth more XP, but until you out-level an entire zone, like an entire expansion... Oh, look. You are always going to run the risk of getting into fights that actually require your attention. God forbid. You dirty so-and-so. But no worries. Yep, you too, huh? Oh, I got moon juice off of them. I guess now that they're higher level. Those are underwater. I'm not going to get them. Alright. Off we go to the next patch of ground as we sail over the Redridge Mountains. I wonder if you can finally fly in, like, Ghostlands and stuff. That was one area they never had available for that. Oh. There's a horde person hovering above. Alright, we're finally completing a quest. Hope you're here with good news from Ironforge, because I'm at my wit's end.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Gleevenger. This will not help me out tremendous. This will help me out tremendously. With the Blackrock Orcs attacking from Stonewatch Keep and the Redridge Knolls lurking in the foothills to the north, I'm always fixing armor and making new weapons for our troops. This requires 100 blacksmithing. Supplies you brought will give me a moment's peace. I'll have enough time to teach you something.
See you later.
Alright, thanks. He did give me that recipe. But it requires 100 blacksmithing, and we don't have that. I'm gonna keep this moon berry and sell the milk.
How are you? Safe travels.
Alright, where's the inn? We're gonna go post up in the inn here and be done with this character for now as we segue into the next type of character. So that was called Gearing Redridge, BTW. That was this one. So I will just add this on and call it Gearing Redridge. Alright, and now this is really going to bring us our next actual zone, which is going to be the Horde version of Ashenvale, which as a root, it's going to be counted as Horde because there is no Alliance original. Look at those little feathers on his cape. Or actually, it's just the cape. Looks cool. Alright, so we have Glee Venger, Glee Khan, Glee Singwary, Glee Hoof, Glee Furioso, Glee Monology, and Glee Mageddon. Alright, so we need to create a new character once more. This will be a troll. They knew it. I'm telling you, they just know what I want. It's gonna be a boy, but it will be a priest. I love it. We're gonna customize, and we're gonna make it a holy priest like that. Oh yeah, it was like Glee Incarnation. Let's see. I think we can't fit. Yeah, we're too short. So, we did Glee Incarnate. We can just fit it. Alright, I'm gonna take that. Glee Incarnate. Alright, what are we gonna make old Glee Incarnate look like here? I have no idea, so we're just gonna make him look however I feel like. Let's get the little face stuff. Face paint off for now. We might add some in a mo, but... I kind of want him to look... He's gonna eventually kind of go holy, so we want him to look kind of light. That bluish one's okay for that. The yellow, I feel like it looks more weird, not light. So I'm gonna go with this one. Alright. Okay, I'll make him a happy boy. Alright, no. No, I kind of want it, like, almost sailing up. I like the way they had that. What's this? No way. Maybe. No. Slick back. That's cool looking. But not for this character. I like that though. I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to... That's so dumb. It's like a freaking palm tree on his head. So dumb, and yet I find myself drawn to it. About plumes sticking up, nah. I mean, that's cool too. Kinda looks good too. Alright, I'm in between the windswept or the tropical. Tropical just looks too dumb. I can't do it. Alright. Tusks. Well, we gotta put them off to the side a little bit. Gougers. Mammoth. Spears. Maybe. Ooh. I see. Spears kind of curves in versus curves out. maybe these upturned ones. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay. I want him to have the yellow so he can be like having the light within. Yes, I don't know why you keep offering me blindness in my eyes. I don't want it. Alright. Berserker. Fangs, maybe. Mask. Oni. Ooh, that's a good. Prophet, okay. Voodoo. Ritual. I mean, they're actually a lot of them are cool. Face paint color. Alright, if I go with this yellow, then now let's look at the... If I go with ritual, it makes it purple, even though I didn't pick purple? Oh, it changes what's available. I see. Weird. So I'm not going with ritual then. Alright, maybe the voodoo. Oh, now it's letting me have that? If I... Oh, no, it's not. It's defaulting back to that. Okay, that one just looks stupid. Alright, I'll go with that. Earrings. None. Studs? Okay. Mix is what I have now, a little mixture of everything. Just rings. Ivory. No. I'm fine with this mixed look. Piercing, none. Where's the... I see the bones sticking out. Where's the ring? Oh, I see. It's barely under my honking nose. I'm gonna keep it. Alright, body paint. Okay, I got voodoo. The bones is cool, actually. And then a ritual, none. I'll go with voodoo, since I got that on the face. Same color. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so... It's okay. Oh, I never got to do hair color. I didn't do hair color. So let's spike that up. That's the only thing that I skipped over. I keep doing that sometimes where I'll skip over ones. Do we... No. Okay. Now should I change the face paint color? Nah. Do I need to change the skin color now? That's two. Go full Vikings with him. That little blue maybe goes a little better with it. This one. Makes him more cartoonish, though. That makes him look goblin like that. That's what I originally had, this little, almost like a light purplish. Now maybe the profit goes better. Yeah. Alright. Now we'll go back to the profit now that I have all this change going on. Alright. We're good. Let's do it. It's gonna be our holy person starting in the Echo Isles. Gleincarnate. Not exactly the correct spelling, but we're limited on what we can do. So this is our 8th and final race for Classic.
Exiled years
we haven't
ago
done
from their lands
all the
in
characters.
Stranglethorn Vale, the dark-speared trolls attempted to make a new life for themselves amongst the disparate races of the Horde. Under the leadership of the noble war chief Thrall, Vol'jin and his savage trolls had at last found the honor and purpose they had been searching for. But now, under the rule of the headstrong Garrosh Hellscream, the trolls fear that the Horde could tear itself apart. Vol'jin knows that whatever threats loom ahead, whether they be from within the Horde or from without, it is cunning trolls like you who will fight to preserve the honor of the Horde.
Okay. Well, this person's obviously going to be a healer, since they're holy. Or not. And there we go. Okay, so this is another kind of like the goblins, the gnomes, where they start in their own little sort of area. So first of all, let's go ahead and open our action bars up. Okay. Second of all, we'll open up our auto loot. Perfect. Third, let's take this warband off. All right, we start with smite, which is just a holy smite damage thing. We gain the berserking racial, which gives us increased haste. Of course, we gain recuperate. We can shoot. We are better. Oh, we get more XP when we kill beasts. Oh. And movement and parrying. Trolls be flipping out on. So they're better at resisting, and they have better health regeneration. And it continues during combat. Cool. Okay. Alright, so now we are off. We're actually going to leave the island right away and make our way slowly but surely over into Ashenvale. We're actually going to make it, we're going to do it by foot. We're going to mark our way up through the journey, and then we're going to see what's available for Horde. We're going to kill... Oh, these are actual little mobs you can kill. Neat. Okay. Got some crab meat. Just killing mobs along the way. So you don't have to stay on the Echo Isles. Even though that is a new place now. But that's not a place that existed in Classic, so we don't really want anything to do with it. We are fleeing to the mainland. And then we're going to walk up and over. Okay. Continue to fight. Why not? See what happens. Yeah, we got to spam smite. Lame. Not my cup of tea. Alright, and remember, this is going to be our Enchanter... Alchemist. No. Enchanter... Wait a minute. No, it's not. This is going to be my Alchemist Herbalist. Because my Warlock is going to be my Tailor Enchanter. Okay, cool. And this is the last of tier 3, except unless you count the Barrens. We do have work to do in the Barrens. Now, Barrens will start, not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to do a day of Classic. So tomorrow we will do we'll transition from Dire Mall over to Upper Blackrock Spire by picking up all of the quests needed for those. And by turning in, we're going to need to find somebody that has an open Dire Mall tribute. That's how my day will begin. And we're going to need that on both accounts. So when we switch to Horde, we're going to actually be like asking, hey, anybody have an open Dire Mall tribute? One more kill. We should. I'm just killing as we go so we can kind of get stronger by the time we get to Ashenvale. Perfect. And we gained our second one, which is a 5-mana dot. 2 damage over time. Typical. Should allow us to, cast 1 less now. Smite is, these all have normal mana costs. So, very similar to how we started with the Warlock, where you're basically getting a slow, instant damage, main move, followed by an instant dot. Different racials, of course, but very common, very similar. Alright, so when you look at the next one, Thousand Needles, I've already talked about this. Thousand Needles does not have any quests. We've already checked that out. So when we get to tier 4, we will do, like I said, we'll do the transition. Tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I'll be doing my next Final Fantasy. And then, so Wednesday, we'll come back with this, where I imagine, well, even if we don't quite finish Ashenvale today, we will be, we'll finish it then, and we'll be on Barrens. Now, with Barrens, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make our final character. We are going to take our Horde character over to the Barrens. Our warrior. And he's going to do everything we need to do in the Barrens. That's going to be... He's going to work on his blacksmithing. And so we'll be spending a little bit of time with our final character. I already know his name because I liked it when we made the warrior this in the Final Fantasy. That's going to be Gleeman. He's going to be an arms warrior, and he will be a blacksmith. So no real decisions that we need to make for this guy. Then Thousand Needles, we won't have any. Alterac Mountains, we can do a Stormwind quest. That's after. I imagine it'll take us 2 days to beat the Barrens. So then by Friday of next week, then we'll do one quest where we do the Paranol Tiara out of Stormwind Castle to get Alterac Mountains done. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, we're going to do Desolus. Desolus, it does look like it has a couple quests for each. So Desolus might just be like a day. Now for Alliance, because that is a Kalimdor thing, that's going to be more of our Druid. Rocking and rolling and getting going. So we're just going to take Lee Furioso and move him over to Desolus. You know what? Actually, we might take somebody else over there. Like maybe we take our Hunter. Because I think there is an Ironforge quest to send you out to Desolus. Something like that. It's either Ironforge or it's Stormwind. Either way, we'll bring a second character over to Kalimdor, so there's not a monopoly on that, and I'll bring my lowest character over. So either the Gnome or the Hunter. Probably the Hunter. We can bring the gnome. I don't know. We'll think about it. Yeah, maybe the gnome. And okay, so the whole reason, I mean, we're just passing through.
Loktar, be safe.
We need to. Now, it used to be that we would pass to the left here, but now that's been kind of, you keep going, and I think you pass over here up top. There's a new outpost to the north, and we actually want that anyway. So I do want a little shop. There's one. Just sell some of the junk that we've picked up so far.
Some.
It's too expensive.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I'll save. Okay. Who's this guy? Head Nug. Scratch fever. Alright, yeah, so Friday we will actually start the Deathless stuff off by then. We have to do that on both accounts, but I think we can wrap it. And actually, we gotta do Nomergon. So actually, Friday, I think we'll start our Nomergon runs. We might be able to do both in one episode. It might take us two. I'm not sure. It should be a lot quicker. But there's a pretty sizable amount of Nomergon quests. You have to be level 10 to get there. So that's a bummer. So Friday, actually, we will start prepping that. We want... Maybe I'll send my hunter in that way. Because... Or I could send the gnome in. Either way, we're going to have to take one of those characters and grind them. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll take the gnome and we'll do that. So we'll go walk around killing and getting the gnome... Just walking around and killing. Leveling her up as good as she can until she... We could do some of those other Ironforge quests that we did, the Dunmorog quests if we wanted to. But ultimately we need to get her in level 10 so she can go into Nomergon. Unless she can go in by herself, I'm not sure how that works. Like, if we wanted to, right here, we could do these Winds in the Desert securing the lions with this guy. Give me a little bit of XP, but we don't really need to. What we need to do is cross over here, because we're making our way into Ashenvale. Anyway, so that'll be Friday. We actually will have to grind out, probably with our gnome, to get to level 10. So that we have an alliance character. And then... I'm thinking we take our... We then spend Saturday and Sunday... Saturday it might... Yeah, I think we could probably get her to level 10 and do Nomergon all in one go. It's gonna be... So that's probably Friday. Then Saturday we can work on doing the same thing with our Warlock. So we do it on the Horde. Because there are some Nomergon quests we have to do. Then... Sunday we can get into Deathless. There we go, we just hit level 3 with this character. Gaining Flash Heal. Love it. So we now have our first heal. Great one to have. There is a Destruction Horde Warlock. Wearing the GMOD, I'm pretty sure that's the mount that allows you to get lumber and stuff while they're on it. Okay, yeah, so then by Sunday, we should probably be through. And then I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work as far as... Dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Bridge is broken, we're going to swim across. So that's what our next week of our life will be. Getting a couple of our other characters up into that level 10-ish range, running Nomergun a couple times, getting really working our way up into tier 4, through tier 4. And the following week, oh look, these are higher level mobs. So it's level 5s. So you move over into the Barrens, they are making the zone harder. Okay. We're going to be making our way over to Asheville. But so this is a real thing now. Now we're a couple levels behind, which matters a lot when you are this low.
I need to get closer.
Dang it. So we actually have to fight, but we'll get a little bit better XP for this process. So there is a actual real reason. This is a level 5 zone. Interesting. So everything doesn't fully scale. There does come a part where we actually have to, like, level up our characters some. Now, I don't think anything's going to matter past, like, around level 30, 20 or 30. And leveling up is not that big a deal. But there's definitely, this is something that we're going to have to consider as we try to get all the content out of the way. Yeah, and we're not really getting such great XP. Like, it's... I mean, 40, sure. We need a total of 963 remaining. So every one of these guys that we kill, that's about 24 total kills. So each one of these is about 4%. Well, I guess that's not that bad. And then double. Yeah, so we just basically got 10% just for discovering this little thing. So, not too bad. It'll be fine. We just got to kill. So here's a new place. If there's a little vendor, we can sell some more of our stuff.
Well, spit it out. Don't be a stranger.
And spit it out.
What's the word on the street?
I need to sell junk to you guys. I'm just gonna keep selling everything, even my food, all that stuff. Yeah, unless I get a recipe, I'm selling it. I can work. I'm not gonna be working on cooking, most likely with this character. So, all right. So then we hit the following week where I will start Upper Blackrock Spire runs on Classic, which will be fun. And then, you know, continue the Final Fantasy 1 playthrough. But as we start that next week, yeah, we'll do an Alterac Mountain, the one quest that we have. Arathi Highlands doesn't really have a lot of quests, so what we'll be doing when we get to Arathi Highlands is trying to take our couple characters and that are tailors and getting them up to a high enough bandage to be able to do the triage quest line. That's all we really need to do. And that will require... We have to do it, since we'll have to do it twice in a row, that'll probably require a couple episodes. So that'll be like that Wednesday, Thursday. Then we enter Tier 5 Swamp of Sorrows. That's not really a thing. Badlands followed by Uldaman. We will have to do an Uldaman run. I think just one. But that'll be coming into that Friday. Okay. So yeah, this is getting us to the end of January. Dustwallow Marsh, there's a couple quests only, but I don't know if they're real. For now, let's assume that they are. That'll start that weekend off. And then we'll be starting Stranglethorn Vale. Stranglethorn Vale, I imagine, is going to take us 2 or 3 days to do. So that will get us started into February. And what's really going to kill us is, even once we do it, we will not be doing the little Arena Master thing or the Stranglethorn fishing thing yet, but that is when we're going to have to take some character and start the war against Booty Bay to get strong with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. So that's going to be crazy and lame, and there's no, we have to do it. So maybe we can figure out some. Oh, we got a bag. That's good. Nice bag drop. Okay, so we are working our way over to the Morshawn Ramparts, getting closer and closer to being level 4. Hopefully Ashenvale is not stronger than the level 5 cap that we're seeing here for Barons. Yeah, and then at that point in time, I don't know. I do not know how long it's going to take us to level up or to complete the Booty Bay, the Bloodsail reputation grind. I don't know if we have to get him just to friendly, if we have to get him all the way up to exalted. I gotta look and see. Maybe we will do that research today. If not, we have time to do that in the future, but let's just be pessimistic. That if that takes us around a week, what's going to happen is we're going to fold into the Lunar Festival at some point. Lunar Festival is also going to slow us down a week or so because we're going to have to get the Lunar Festival done on all of our characters, or at least one character. I don't know if there are different Lunar Festival for Alliance and Horde on Classic. We're going to have to do it on Classic. We're going to have to do it on Retail. It's really going to be a pain. Now, luckily, we only have to do all of the original OG Classic ones. But that's going to require going to some dungeons, doing what we need to do. I will probably take my Druid and my Rogue as my main people into it. Uh-oh. Okay, so we just gained our next power as we hit level 4. Oh, we just gained a wand too. Hallelujah. We have to be level 9, but we will now have a wand for our offhand. Alright, so Power Word Shield is just great. Sort of a defensive move for ourselves. Now we can just kind of set that on ourselves and not worry about it. So that's cool. and just keep ourselves protected. Guess that's the plan now. Because now it lasts longer than the cooldown. Nice. And we've got level 4 with this character, so that's cool. Now, I do think once we hit level 5, we do need to... We might need to go fly to Orgrimmar and back. Just to, we're going to need to get our herbalism training on. Herbalism alchemy, so that when we're running around Ashenvale, we're getting some good herbies. What are these Burning Blade Wind Riders? It's an army of, like a little, like, line in the sand of dudes. Oh, they're not... There was no loot on that guy. Is that true for all of them? Well, yeah, they don't seem to have any. So why are they there? I don't know. But they're not giving loot. They did give XP. No, they don't. They didn't even give XP. Okay. So for whatever reason, coming through the Mosharn ramparts here, maybe these burning blades will give us something? I don't know. I mean, kind of ignore them for a second, because they were not giving XP or loot. And they seem like, the way they're kind of posed, they do seem more like they're tied into the story. Alright, so how much XP do we need? We need 1,800 XP to get to the next level. And that will be the level when we can start learning our herbalism alchemy. Now, oh yeah, that Brutusk, that's part of a quest line, I think, that Senju threw out. Look, there's a weapon person. Cool. Repair. I need to keep that. Nice. We actually don't need these. We can sell our cloth too, because we're not going to need that for alchemy. Alright, so now we're going to pop over to the Ashenvale quests. What's our time? Alright, we're still doing... Okay, we can at least get started today. Alright. So as we go to Ashenvale, there's not a ton. So let's look at the Vorse of the Lasher quest line. It starts way down there. So find Gorat is where it starts. That's not one of our quests. Final report to Dinah at once. No. Okay. Gorat's vengeance got lumber. No. Those are all newer stuff. Management material needs a little oil. Crisis is splinter tree. That's all where we are right now. That's not part of it. Okay. To the rescue. Blood of the week. To the rescue, is that one of them? No. Blood of the week, no. Pierce their heart, mission improbable. Yeah, these are all new ones. No. Making stumps, wet work as good as it gets. No. That's all part of this new battle. Security, Sheila's last wish. No, no. Playing with Fellfire, tell no one, dirty deeds. Nope, 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 nope. So the actual quest line is no. Reign of Destruction, all apologies, Dreadhead Redemption, no. So what we need to do instead is keep the fire burning. Naga at the Zoram Strand. There we go. That's where we need to start. So that starts way over there. But in the meantime, King of the Foul Wield. How does that begin? That's just thinning the herd, which isn't part of that. Can we pick up King of the Foul Wield right there? Maybe. We're going to go check it out. But it might require thinning the quote-unquote herd. Yeah. So first of all, let's add the... No, we're not going to do the care package one, because we can do that one. It just doesn't exist yet. Okay. Oh, this guy's actually fighting me. Oh, and he's level 7? Jeez Louise. Okay, so here I am out in the world fighting level 7s now that I'm in Ashenvale. Okay, we have to go over here. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Alright, so we are looking for this one right on that water. So I think there's a lake over there. And we are fighting level 7. So it's a tricky thing. We're just going to be doing our best. You know? I think we're okay. I think the game's easy enough. We can probably do it. Also, we're not, like, in the realm of impossibility. We're just where the mobs are harder than they otherwise have to be. I also do not love that it's like 40 XP each. Almost like they're making it... It's almost like you get less XP for doing it this way. Okay, so we are out and about here. This is not where we're supposed to be yet. Whoa. I would imagine we're going to get a cleanse pretty early on. As we fight this bare minimum. Okay, so we have 1,300 remaining. I mean, with the amount we're going to have to be casting here, we might need to be using, like, actually drinking and stuff like that. The good thing is when we do the Barons with our homeboy, he is... that zone is level 5, so his experience won't be as bad. So that was level 48. That's good. I don't know what made us get 48 instead of 40 on that one. But I don't know what the triggering effect is. That's what costs the mana, that Power Word Shield. our Ghost Paul Alpha over there. And we will really start to crank on our XP once we get to the part where we're completing some of these quests. Again, I don't know if we can do that foul wield or not. We kind of disappeared in a little puff of smoke. Cool. Okay, so we are... Says we're opening up Fallen Sky Lake. I don't know. I would imagine we are going to get Power Word Stam soon, or whatever it's called. Blessing of Stamina or something. I would imagine we'll get that. We'll get a Cleanse, maybe a secondary heal. Okay, there's a little bridge to cross this river. We're at 960. What is this thing? Fight it. I thought that's what it was. A little timber maul, nature elemental. Okay, so we've crossed the river. Like I said, we are at some point going to fly back to Orgrimmar to learn our skills. It's probably going to be where we stop today, so this is the Moonwell of Cleansing. Discovered that bad boy. 125, love it. Should I fight this neutral blink dragon? Why not? I'm a troll. I got no love for these things. Kind of mean of me, but no one saw. Ghost Paul Alpha. Yeah, so I'd say of all the things that we're gonna do, that's the thing I am most worried about, is the reputation grind to get exalted, if we have to get exalted, with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. That is the one that is potentially going to take us the longest. And also might be difficult. If it's just time consuming, then it is what it is. We'll do some math, we'll figure out how many days it is, and I will consider, like, we'll break up other lore, we'll find a way to make it kind of work. But
I need to get closer.
if it's more than that, if it's also difficult on top of it, like if the mobs are a certain level and we have to be max level to even have a chance of like beating them. Like, I don't know how strong a Booty Bay Bruiser is. Do they kind of cap out? Do I need to get a character to a certain level first? I have a lot of questions about this process. I know people still complete it from time to time. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess you only get that little... You get like a little... whatever. If they're 40 XP, we're basically getting a 20% bonus XP. So that's not... for beating them. Alright, this is the lake we were trying to get to here, actually. And my mana's getting low. I think it's because of the use of The Power Word Shield, yeah. Because that costs 30. Alright, so I'm going to stop using Power Word Shield for a minute until I can... gain some mana back. Also, we're killing these guys at a pretty good clip. We need 227 remaining. There's Maestro Lake. Boom, that's like half of that. We only need about 100 more. So, maybe 3 guys. Nice. This is definitely the closest that we've come in any... Well, not to dying. We just got greedy a bunch of times. With my tank characters. See? Well, I should have just used a... We need one more mob. Are there mobs in the lake? Yeah, there's befouled water elementals. Go after those guys. Now, they used to drop this drop quest. I wonder if they still do. And if it's part of the quest lines that we... Alright, we hit level 5. That gave us Mind Blast. Okay, so this is a 1.5 second cast. So the same. 12 mana. 20 shadow damage. So I don't know why we would want one over the other. Other than that one shadow and one is kind of holy. So now that puts it in my mind, why it's the same cast time, it costs a little more mana, but it does more damage. Why would we not go with that instead? Alright, so this is... We're trying to find this thing. There's a guy named Sanani Thunderheart. This is a horde quest, or so it says. Oh, it has a cooldown. That's why. That's why you don't use Mind Blast over and over again. Question answered. Got it. Alright, so now we're only getting 44. As we are level 5, we're getting a 10% bonus. Alright, so let's see. We're at the Silverwing Refuge. Let's see if Sanani Moonheart will actually let us have this quest.
What can I help you with?
Oh, and we need to... What do you learn? I'm going to keep that one for now. I can't do bubbling water yet. I actually want that. Oh, I'm an alchemist. I keep forgetting that. I'm going to be an alchemist. Fine. Alright, Sanani Moonheart. What do we got here? This is the innkeeper.
Thrall Hall. Strength.
Okay, so I do not see Sanani Moonheart in here. Silverwing. Why are the Silverwings on my side? And the Horde are not. There's Sanani.
What brings you here?
Okay, so she will not give me the quest.
Walk with
So the other things, she won't give me either. Dating the Herd is also her. So, King of the Foul Wield, our first quest, is cut off. So we can't do that one. Okay. So that's going to be added here. We can't do it. It's tied to the Greater War line. All right, the next one is Simmer Down Now. Simmer Down Now is picked up here from Captain Tarkin. And then turn it over at Splinter Tree. I think I saw Captain Tarkin right there. It is, however, it is not available. Why not? Oh, it requires level 7. Maybe that's my only problem. Maybe the other girl required level 7. Yeah, they all require level 7. Oh, that's all. Okay, we just got to get 2 more levels. Cool, no worries. Alright, well let's go ahead and let's fly out of here and fly back, and then we'll know we have to grind out. So I don't have to put this on my spreadsheet. Yeah, get that off. Get that off. We just aren't strong enough yet. So...
Strength and honor.
Good to know. Good to know. Alright, so we're going to be needing to go to Silverwing Refuge. That's the beginning of our journey here. Now, will she give us King of the Foul Wield? I don't know. That might still be tied to that thinning of the herd. Alright, so we're going to go learn all our jobs real quick, and then head back here. We're kind of in a tough spot because we have to just grind. But the reason why I'm going back here for this is because we can get what am I thinking here? Herbs that will help us level up faster. All right, so let's go now and take these out. I'll getting rid of all of those. Okay. Now let's go look at North. I think it's going to be under Northern Stranglethorn. Yes. So, Panther Mastery. OX of your own. That's fine. Raptor Mastery. Big Game Hunter. Panther. Welcome to the Jungle. All of those are old. All that's fine. Report. Those are all the Northern Stranglethorn ones. They're fine. But then there's the Cape of Stranglethorn. That's the ones that I think I'm more worried about. The Cape. Yeah, right here. Okay, so. Arena Master we will not be able to do until this patch. We can try to do it, but there's a Vashti Scallywag, Traitor to the Bloodsail, Dressing the Part, a Vashti Admiral. So a Vashti Scallywag, which opens a Vashti Admiral. You have to get to a Vashti Admiral. They both require you to get friendly. That's it. Oh, heck yeah. And hated with Bloodsail Buccaneers. Cool. Oh, we're about to land. That's good. And we have to fly back too, so this is fine. That's, first of all, that makes me much happier because we just have to go from probably hated or hostile over to friendly. That's it. Love it. Traitor to the Bloodsail also, we probably will have to like go back. That requires yeah, you have to get back to neutral from hated. So you have to, once you're hated, then you can go back. So those three are sort of kind of a trait. A Vashti Admiral, a Vashti Scallywag. So this is... I don't know. All right, so first of all, we need to get to the inn. We need to talk to the grunt. So I want to be profession trainer. Let's go with alchemy. Okay, so we need that. We're only level 5, so we can't do anything special there. Northern Stranglethorn, the Fallen Empire. That's cool. There's a lot of really cool quests, and I'm really looking forward to doing a lot of these quests that we have missed out on. Oh, don't die. I died! This is my first character death. Jumping too far in Orgrimmar. That is my first character death on this vanilla walkthrough. The priest. Alright, there is a alchemy and potion trainer. There we go. Okay. So, alchemy trainer. We're gonna train alchemy. Sure, why not? Cataclysm alchemy too. Who cares? Fine.
May your blades never dull.
So that allows us to add alchemy as a profession. Yeah. Okay. Not a big deal.
What are you looking for?
I can buy some alchemy supplies if I really want, but I don't need to. Now we need herbalism, so wherever that is. General goods, reagents.
Hey there.
Why don't you teach me where herbalism training is? Right across the way also. Wait, what did she say? I should have read the actual dialogue because in this place it's too
Don't be shy.
hard to read. What did she say? She just says, let me mark the location on your map. It's called Orgrimmar Herbalism. Is it upstairs from there? Is this it? That's the rune works. Is it in the drag? Is it above, upstairs? Person is trade supplies.
Speak, friend.
Oh, they sell these relics of the past.
May your blades never dull.
Maybe they're upstairs? Enchanting, enchanting. Alright, so this slowed down a little bit more than I thought because it was such a grind. I don't know where herbalism's at. Maybe it's in the drag. Or I mean, yeah, whatever. Down here. Let's check it out and see. Description, engineering. This place is dark and creepy.
Greetings.
Cleft of Shadow. No, it's not here. It is in a place called Herbalism Trainer in... What's this say? This dark cleft, the true shadows of madness and vengeance took hold, and many faithful Orgrimmar citizens lost their lives. Let us never forget the lessons that we learned in the Siege of Orgrimmar. Apart we will fall, together we are the Horde. I think that's BFA. Siege of Orgrimmar. Alright, so supposedly it's right here. Upstairs or something. How do we get there? I don't see this supposed place. It's trash. So how do I get there? I guess I try to go up higher. Is it up there on that level? Okay, well how can I get up to that level? No. Alright. There's that sneaky little Tauren rogue. Alright, after this we're still going to need to do, I'm still going to pick up our other professions too. Oh, here's a chef. We might as well learn our Yeah, teach me cooking. Why not?
Strength.
Cool.
What are you looking for? May your blades never
Okay.
fall.
So now we have cooking. Why not? Mighty pen. That's probably some inscription person. Can you go higher from here? Inscription supplies. No. I mean, inscription is tied to herbalism too. That's where you get your pigments from. Okay, what's this place? Arboretum? Maybe? There we go.
Loktar.
Alright. Okay, so we have herbalism now. Hooray! I don't think that herbalism matters. Yeah. Alright. We still need alchemy. Fishing. So let's go ahead and talk to these peeps for those professions. How about I don't die this time? Oopsie. I sure like trying. Alright, Brosif, why don't you teach me
Loktar.
archaeology?
Go forth, depicted.
And then the only other thing we're going to do is fly back. After all this, we will fly back to our spot, and that's where we'll stop. And then we have to get ourselves up to level 7. So this has kind of slowed me down. I really thought we could finish alchemy. I mean, Ashenvale, but by picking a new character from scratch. Same thing's going to happen when we start with the Barons, because we're going to have to get our character up to level 5, our warrior up to level 5 before he can even start. That's okay, because we're building our stable. It's a little bit redundant and slow now, but you gotta, you know, also keep in mind we're starting the whole process. We ultimately are going to need one of every single class on both factions. So I think there are, what, 13 classes? Because there's the 9 original. Add Death Knight, that's 10. You add Monk, that's 11. You add Demon Hunter, that's 12. There we go.
The dark times will pass.
Okay, one of those costs
Farewell.
50. No, it didn't. So the only thing we need now is fishing, and then we are all caught up. BFA, no. Shadowlands, no.
Strength and honor.
Yeah, so 13 with Evoker.
Fight well.
So that's 26. So we're ultimately, and then if you think about races, you add all the different various races in there. I think there's more than 26 races. There's 8 OG races. Now we've just created a redundancy too with our orc character. So that's 9. Then the 2 Blood Elf and that. So that brings us to 11. Then nothing for Wrath, which is good. Cataclysm added 2 more. That brings us to 13. 14 with the pandas. Draenor, nothing. Legion, nothing. But then BFA added, what, 10? 9? Either 8 or 10 more. So that gets you almost maxed out right there. So 20, let's, I think it's 10 more that they added. So that jumps you up to 26 races. as the fishing trainer. And then Shadowlands, nothing. Dragonflight.
Speak.
Added one more.
Victory.
Oh, I didn't. So that's is that 25? And then I think there's one or two more. So it's just about every single race class. We're gonna need, yeah, somewhere. And by the time we get to midnight, you're gonna add in whatever they add too. So we're looking at. My guess is, I think everybody's kind of speculating that there's going to be a new... Well, actually, I don't know what they're going to do. I think there's going to be a new race in Midnight. I don't think there's going to be a new class. Because I think it's harder to create new classes, and they made one with Evoker. I don't like classes that are trapped into a specific race, but that's what you get there. I mean, they did it. They've done it a lot. They did that with Demon Hunters. Although, I think it's my understanding they're kind of moving off that a little bit. Alright, I gotta find the flight path now. Oh, I want to set my Hearthstone to Orgrimmar, so we can not have to fly back here. We can just kind of bop our way back here. Darn it. I wish we had a mount. Come on, give me a... That's the bank. That's our inn right there. Then we gotta go fly.
What can I do for you?
Alright, Chica.
Dabu.
Okay. Got the Hearthstone set. Now we just gotta fly back. So anyhow, as we fly back, we'll kind of look at that some more. But luckily, it looks like we just need... Looks like you might just need, but I don't know, because the Avasti Admiral... That might not be, like, it says you just need friendly. You might need more. So we gotta research that here. And we will. Alright, so we're going up. We need to find our flight path from this little rise up here. Slowest moving... It's a pretty slow elevator. Alright, we gotta find a... There it is. Alright, so that was a little annoying, but it did allow us to kind of open up our various crap. We have all of our jobs now. We're ready to rock and roll.
Strength
So
and
make
honor.
this thing a little faster. Alright. Back to the research. So, you must be hated. Gotcha. You have to be friendly. Yeah. I see. So you have to do this one. What does he require you to do? Yeah, you go there and talk to that guy. But a Vashti Admiral, you have to kill all the people in Booty Bay, which is cool. But you just have to be friendly, and then you can get this hat, which is the Bloodsail Admiral hat. So what I want to know is now, what's the best... The other one, it seems like it's just getting reputation to turn in. Bop, bop, bop. I want to see... They're just talking about... There's also dressing the part. at neutral, you can get this other one, which is this. What does that one do? Yeah. He gives you, I guess, oh, he just gives you Bloodsail clothes. So that's cool. So in the process of that, you'll get dressing the part, you'll get Avashti, and then Traitor to the Bloodsail. So in the South, the only ones that are available are those reputation ones. You get to friendly with Bloodsail by killing guards in Booty Bay. Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, so anyway, the only other thing I really want to research is like how hard that's going to be. All right, so this is where we're going to stop for today. We're going to come back and grind out these quests. We should be able to knock all of this out on the next episode in a couple days. Luckily, we do not have to. We just have to get friendly with those and not all the way to Exalted. That makes things a little bit better. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. I will see all of you guys on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe, 5x5.